Okay, good morning students. Welcome to the session 6. So our topic is steam power plant operation. In the session 5, we are discussing about a coal burning process. So in a coal burning process, for getting the higher combustion efficiency, we are following for the underfeed technique, underfeed stoker mechanism and overfeed stoker mechanism. So we are using the different stoker mechanisms. Okay. So in a stoker mechanisms, first one is the overfeed stoker mechanism and second one is the underfeed stoker mechanism. So in a overfeed stoker mechanism, two types are available. That is the one is the chain grade stoker and second one is the traveling grade stoker. And second one is the spreader stroke stoker. And coming to the underfeed stoker, we are discussing about two types of a stoker mechanisms. What is the two types of a stoker mechanisms in a underfeed? One is the single retard type and second one is the multi-retard type. So this is our previous class, stoker mechanisms. Okay. So in this class we are using the another technique for combustion of a coal. So that is the cyclone furnace. So here what is mean by a cyclone furnace? So in a cyclone furnace, okay, generally we are using the cyclone furnace for combustion of a coal in a combustion chamber. Okay, so generally the cyclone furnace is using for a large capacity of a boilers. So now I would like to explain the working of a cyclone furnace. In a cyclone furnace having a horizontal cylindrical bar attached to a side of a boiler furnace. Okay, so in a cyclone furnace, one thing we are having the barrel type attached, cylindrical barrel attachment. So in this barrel attachment, so here we are and also we are using the water cooled type of a cyclone furnace for the cooling purpose. So here we are using the water cooling purpose and a horizontal cylindrical barrel. Okay, and here the air entered in a tangential way. So here two types of airs are entered. One is the primary air and second one is the secondary air. Okay. So here the coal is entered in a spiral way. Okay. In a cyclone furnace, the coal is entered in a spiral. So what is the layout of a cyclone furnace? So this is a layout of a cyclone furnace. So in this you can see the horizontal cylinder and the air is supplemented in a two ways. One is the primary air. And here we are supplying the air as well as the coal also. Okay. And the secondary air is entered at a second point tangential to the horizontal cylinder. So this is the tangential tertiary model. Okay. So here the secondary air is entered. In this point, the secondary air is entered and the combustion is takes place inside the horizontal cylindrical bar. It also having a bars of fins, okay, for a high strength of a heating content. Okay, so these are the fins are inside and these are generally manufactured with a aluminum material for sustain a high temperatures. So after the combustion process, so we release the hot gases and at the bottom of your layer the molten ash is collected here. Okay, so in this part we are collecting the molten ash after the combustion of a coal process. After the combustion of a coal. Okay. So generally these type of cyclone furnaces are used in a large capacity of a boilers. Okay. And what are the advantages of a cyclone furnace? So cyclone furnace gives a proper combustion of a fuel and lower fuel preparation time and cost. Okay. So it gives a lower preparation cost. And also the cyclone furnace is size is smaller but it is more compact in nature, and also the cyclone furnace having less fly ash content, and also it's a flexible in a different types of a fuels. So what are the different types of a fuels? So generally based on the carbon content, coal are divided into different types. So maybe two things are important here. One is the volatile nature and second one is the calorific value. So low volatile nature contains the subbituminous and bituminous coal, and high volatile nature and high calorific value of a fuels anthracite, Okay, so these all the types of coals are burned by using of a cyclone furnace. Okay, and next, and one more technique for combustion of a coal is the pulverized coal. So what is mean by a pulverization? So the term pulverization means, so we can change the coal powder, coal particles, solid particles into a powder format. Okay, so the conversion of a solid content into the small particles or in the format of powder is known as the pulverization. So in the olden and recent days, most of the power plants are using the pulverization technique for better combustion process. So how we can done the pulverization process? Okay, so in how the improvement of a firing process, and generally the firing process are very high due to the equal size of a powder. Okay, so most of the cases for getting the higher efficiency, so pulverization mills are used and the powder size is 75 microns. Okay, so when we will get a higher combustion rate, so 70 to 80% of a coal in the form of 75 microns, so that gives the higher combustion efficiency. Okay, so how many types of a pulverized coal firing systems are available? So generally in a pulverized coal firing systems also two important methods are available. One is the unit system and second one is the central or bin system. Okay, so the name indicates that units in a unit system, so we are using directly connected to the pulverizer to the furnace. Okay, so after directly pulverizing the coal, that coal is entered into the furnace. Okay, in a central or bin system, so we are taking the pulverization process at one position in a central level entire steam power plant, and we can supply that coal powder to the furnace by using of a different methods. Okay, so here you can see about a unit system. So in a unit system, each burner of a plant is directly connected to the pulverizer and handling units. Okay, and the pulverizer together with a feeder, separator, fans may be arranged in the form of complete unit or mill. So see here in a layout of a diagram, if you see the arrangement here, so that means everything is interconnected here. Okay, so for example, first we need to consider a raw coal. Okay, so here we are taking the raw coal. It's a large particle of size. So that raw coal we need to convert into the powder format. So here we are using the feeder. So the feeder is connected to a pulverizer. So this is the pulverizing unit. This is the grinder. This grinder grinds the coal and it is converted into the powder format. Okay, so later that coal, pulverized coal, is passing towards the exhaust fan. Okay, so why we are using the fans? So here it creates some pressure differences. So always the pressure is moving from high pressure to the low pressure zones. So that's why with the high pressure that coal powder, pulverized coal, is entered into the burner. Okay, so here we can see the burner. So from the burner the coal is sprinkled. Okay, the sprinkled powder takes firing at a furnace or combustion chamber. Okay, so this is about a layout of a unit system. So everything is interconnected in a single unit. But in case of a central system, that is central system, the coal is taking pulverized at a one station, and after that coal is supplied to the furnace in a secondary units by using of a secondary arrangements. So here with help of high pressure we are sending the coal powder. Okay, and in this structure schematic diagram, if you see the layout of a central or bin type of a coal pulverization technique. So here also the similar thing is, so here we need to collect the raw coal or raw coal bunker. So we need to inject the raw coal, maybe that is content a large content or different dimensions of a coal content. So that coal content we need to do the grinding process or pulverization process. So from a coal bunker, the coal is moved into the feeder. So that feeder is supplies the coal into the pulverizing mill. Okay. So here we are seeing the pulverizing mill, and this is the central level pulverizer. From this central level pulverizer, so the coal is entered into the again cyclone furnace. Okay. So previously we are discussed about the cyclone furnace. So here we can see the cyclone furnace. So by using of that cyclone furnace, it takes place the proper combustion. Okay, in a spherical way we can see the combustion, and it gives a higher combustion rate. Later what happened? So that is collected at a central storage of a bin. So this is the central storage. So finally we can store entire the coal powder in a centralized body level. Okay, from that we can distribute the coal powder at a different burner points. So wherever you need to send it the coal powder, we can send that, and we can take a combustion at a particular point of a furnace chambers. Okay, so this concept is known as the central bin system. Okay, so pulverization is mainly categorized into the two categories. One is the unit system, and second one is the central bin system. In a unit system, the coal pulverized unit is making in a one unit, and in case of a central bin system, the coal is pulverized in a single unit, central level of a entire power plant, and from that we can supply the coal powder to the different furnace points. Okay, so these are the two important things of a pulverization methods. So here that reason where we will get a better combustion processes. Okay, so these are the two techniques for a combustion of a coal. What are the two techniques? So first thing is a cyclone furnace method, and second one is the pulverization technique. Okay, so finally for a combustion of a coal, we are considering the 3 points. One is a stoker mechanism, second one is the cyclone furnace, and third one is the pulverization technique. For improve the combustion efficiency, we need to provide the better air. Okay, sufficient air also important thing. So how we can supply the air? The air is important in two conditions. One is the air is very important for combustion process, and at the same time, so we need to create some pressure differences. Then only we can remove the exhaust gases also. Okay. So for that purpose, we need a different mechanism. So that mechanism is draft mechanism. Draft mechanism. So what is meant by draft? So this is the draft. So what is meant by draft? So it is a mechanism of creation of a small pressure difference. So it creates some small pressure differences. So what is the use of a creation of a small pressure differences? So if the pressure is varies, always it moves from low pressure, high pressure to the low pressure. Okay, so that means the air is moving from always high pressure to the low pressure zone. Okay, so by that we need to create the draft. So what is the necessity of a creation of a pressure difference? So by creating a pressure difference, it very useful for the combustion process. So the flow of air also maintain a constant combustion process. Okay, and also it is remove the exhaust gases or discharge the exhaust gases through the chimney to the atmosphere by using of a chimney to the atmosphere. Okay, so this is the draft system. So in a draft system again classified into two categories. One is the natural draft system, and second one is the artificial draft system. Okay, so natural draft means we do not use any type of material for creating the pressure differences. Naturally it occurs. But in case of a artificial, so artificial means we need to create that situation. How we can create that situation? So in an artificial type of a draft mechanism, mainly two types are available. One is the mechanical draft system, and second one is the steam jet draft system. In a mechanical draft system, is again classified into three types. One is the induced draft system, second one is the forced draft system, third one is the balanced draft system. Okay, induced draft system, forced draft system, balanced draft system. In second case, steam jet draft system. So here also we can see the two types. One is the induced draft system and balanced draft system. Okay, so what is meant by a natural draft system? So see here, if the draft is produced only with the help of a chimney, it is known as the natural draft system. So what is meant by chimney? A tall tower. A tall tower is known as the chimney for removing the exhaust gases from the furnace. Okay, so without any device except chimney is known as the natural draft system. So what is meant by artificial draft system? If the draft is produced by the other than the chimney, so that means we are using some additional equipment, maybe fans or blowers. Okay, so that mechanism is known as the draft system. Sorry, that is known as the artificial draft mechanism. Okay, and coming to the artificial draft, so the first one is the mechanical draft. In a mechanical draft we have three types. One is the induced, second one is the forced, and third one is the balanced. So first we would like to discuss about a induced draft system in a mechanical type. So what is meant by induced draft system in a mechanical way? So in a draft system we are using the external fan or blower for remove the air from the furnace point. So in this type of a draft, a fan or blower is located at the base of the chimney. So this is a very important. Where we are placing the blower or fan? So at a base of a chimney. So here, schematically we can see in the image. So here, this is the chimney point. So tall tower. So what is the purpose of a chimney? So this chimney is useful for remove of a exhaust gases. Okay. So here we are providing a blower. So what is the necessity of providing a blower? So by providing the blower, it sucks the air from the furnace. So what happened when the removal of air from the furnace? So that means automatically in this furnace zone created the low pressure than the atmospheric condition. Okay. So when the low pressure is created in the furnace, automatically it filled with a fresh air from the atmosphere, because in the atmosphere we have a high pressure, so that's why the fresh air is entered into the furnace, and here the combustion process takes place in a proper way. That is the one advantage. What about the second advantage? Here the exhaust gases, so which are extracted by using a blower, that exhaust gas temperature is using for the two components. One is the economizer and second one is the air filter. Okay, so the exhaust gases temperature is initially used for the air economizer, so which is water is entered into the boiler using a economizer, and second one is the air preheater, so that air is heated. So after the air is heated, that air we can again sending into the furnace, that gives a higher combustion rate. And here due to the high pressure, at high pressure is moving towards the low pressure zone, so that is the atmospheric point. Okay, so this is the working of a induced draft mechanism. Induced draft mechanism. Okay, is clear? And the second thing is forced draft mechanism. So what is meant by a forced draft mechanism? In this system is generally known as, this type of system is generally known as positive draft system. Positive draft system. So what happened in this positive draft system, and where we are placing the fan or blower? In the first case, in the induced draft system, we are placing the blower base of a chimney. But in a forced draft system, we are placing the chimney, we are placing the blower before the boiler or furnace. Okay, so before the furnace, we are placing the blower. So here we are placing the blower. Okay, here we are placing the blower and this is the furnace. Okay, so here the blower is suck the air from the atmosphere, and it creates the high pressure and it gives the proper combustion with a high amount of air. The fans or blowers are instead installed at the base of the boiler. The air to the fuel bed and economizer air preheater to the chimney. So the similar concept. So it continues the process up to the chimney. Already we discussed in the previous induced draft system. Economizer, air preheater, chimney. So the same cases are also here. We are using the economizer, air preheater to the chimney. Okay. So the principle is same, but here we are placing the blower in front of the boiler. That is the concept of a forced draft system. And the last one is a balanced draft system. So what it mean by balanced point? So here in the previous case we have seen the two cases. One is the induced draft and second one is the forced draft. What is mean by induced draft? In a induced draft, the blower is placed base of a chimney. But in case of a forced draft, the blower is placed in front of the boiler or furnace. So two different places. So in a balanced draft system, we are placing two blowers or fans. Okay, one is fixed in at a before the boiler and one is fixed at a after the furnace point, or collaboratively works it. Okay, so so see the schematic diagram here. So in a schematic diagram, so the first thing is blower is fixed at a before the boiler and the furnace chamber. So apart of that, up to this point we know, so this is a forced draft system. Okay, so we know the functioning of a forced draft system. The blower is suck the fresh air and it takes the furnace. Okay, and later the combination is economizer, output, air preheater. After that we can arrange the blower. So the second setup is known as the induced draft. So the combination of induced draft and the forced draft. The combination of forced draft and induced draft is known as the balanced draft system. Okay, so this is about a balanced draft system in a mechanical system. Okay, and coming to the next one. Okay, so the next concept is a cooling tower. Okay, in the next session we are discussing about a cooling tower concept. So now I would like to conclude summarize the today's unit. So today we are discussing about two things. So so here I would like to summarize the content. So what is the summary of a today class? So in a today class we are mainly focusing on a coal burning process. Okay, so especially we are using, initially we are studied about a cyclone furnace. So one is the cyclone furnace. So what is meant by a cyclone furnace? So cyclone furnace is a coal combustor chamber. Okay, for a the coal combustor chamber, okay, of a spiral type is known as the cyclone furnace. So the cyclone furnace consists of a horizontal cylinder, and inside it you see the spiral content. Okay, and it is connected to a furnace or boiler. One end is connected to a furnace, and here we are supplying the fresh air for a combustion process and coal, and the secondary air is injected at a second point. Okay, so this is the secondary air point. So here the secondary air is injected here tangentially. Okay, after the combustion process of a proper coal, entire coal, so here on the bottom part we are collecting the ash content. So here in this part we are collecting the ash. Okay, so this is about a cyclone furnace. So what are the advantages of a cyclone furnace? So cyclone furnace is a very fast process. Okay, and it's a cheaper combustion technique, and also it's a very smaller and it's a compact in size, less fly ash content. Okay, and here we can utilize a different types of a fuels. So these are the advantages of a cyclone furnace. And coming to the second point, pulverization process. Okay, so what is meant by a pulverization? The coal or different diameter of coal is converted into the powder format. Into the form of powder. So when we are getting the higher combustion efficiency, so 70 to 80% of coal is converted into the size of 75 microns. So when the particle size of a coal is equal to the 75 microns, at that time we are getting the higher combustion efficiency. Okay, so this generally in a normal efficiency plants, the ratio of a 75 micron is 20 to 30%. So for normal combustion process of a coal, we are using the 20 to 30. But if you want a higher combustion efficiency, when we are converted the coal into the maximum amount of coal, that is 70 to 80% of coal is converted to the powder, which is a size of 75 microns. Okay, and also we are discussing about the types of a furnacing pulverization techniques. So what are the different types of a pulverization techniques? Okay, so in a pulverization method, two types are available. So what are the two types of a pulverization methods? So in a pulverization technique, two methods are available, and second one is the central or bin system. Central or bin system. So what is meant by unit system? We are directly pulverize the coal and it is entered into the furnace. Okay, so without storage point, that is known as the unit system. In a central or bin type system, so we are using the centralized pulverizer. After that, pulverizing the coal, we can store the coal powder. Later we can supply to the furnace by using the different burners. Okay, so this system is known as the central or bin type of a pulverization methods. And later we discussed about the draft system. So what do you mean by draft? So what is mean by a draft? So draft means we are creating the small pressure difference. So how we can create the small pressure difference? So by using of a external device, or otherwise by using of a chimney, we can provide the small pressure difference. If the pressure difference is happened by the chimney only, so that type of process is known as natural draft. Only through the chimney we are creating the pressure difference, that is the natural type, or otherwise any external devices we can utilize for creating the pressure difference, that is the artificial type of a draft system. So in a artificial draft, again we have a two types. What are the two types? So in a artificial draft type, we have the two methods. One is mechanical draft system, steam jet draft. Second one is the steam jet draft system. Okay. Again, in a mechanical draft system, three methods are available. One is the forced draft, induced draft, balanced draft. In a steam jet, also two types: forced draft and induced draft. Sorry, induced draft and the balanced draft system. Okay. So these are the different types of a draft system. Okay. Thank you.